Absolutely phenomenal. Guys, nothing was going to stop this Zoom. It would have been impossible, absolutely impossible. So that being said, guys, we are all here to celebrate one man who has made an incredible achievement. I want to know who is excited. I want you to put an 888 in the comment box if you are excited right now, guys. If you are genuinely excited, 500 people on this Zoom. This is a record. It's never been done before. That's how you know that, the devil doesn't like it at all. 500 people have gathered to hear life-changing information. Lives will never be the same. You cannot leave this Zoom call the same person. It's impossible. It's literally impossible. So, guys, my name is Des Agyei. I'm the managing director of International Finance Academy, known as Agyei Finance Academy. I set up the company back in sort of 2015, 16, simply to help people to get money. It was as simple as that. Initially, to help businesses to get money, then individuals. I retrained as a finance and mortgage broker. And all of this was because I spent so many years as a school teacher living paycheck to paycheck. I was broke, busted, and disgusted. But here we are right now on this platform. I want to talk about how I know Michael. So Michael is very, very good friends with my wife. They went to university together, and he was the MC at our wedding. Let me even make myself spotlighted. I thought that was me, but it's Michael's signed in as me, in case anyone was wondering. Amazing. Michael was the MC at our wedding, and he's also my daughter's godfather. We go way back. And during the time that I had launched Agyei Finance, it was doing okay, making a little bit extra, but by no means was I financially free. I am forever grateful to Michael for introducing me to an industry that was to change my life forever. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that he didn't allow me to leave the industry when I thought about leaving. I'm also grateful to him for arranging his very first event back in 2018. He organized an event in the city of London, and that was the first time that I heard from someone making incredible money. It was someone in the industry, a young guy who was making 10,000 a month, and I was completely blown away. I'd never heard of, such a thing in my industry of teaching. It was unheard of for someone to make 10,000 a month. I left that event blown away. I went home and I couldn't concentrate. I remember calling Mike and I was like, bro, is this real? Can you actually make money like this in this industry? I was obsessed with the whole notion of making 10,000 a month. And it's so funny because on this platform that you are going to be hearing about today, God being so good that I'm now making over $10,000 every single day, including weekends. But back then, 10,000 a month was such a big thing. And I remember saying to Michael, what should I do now? Because I'm absolutely buzzing. What should I do? What should I do right now? And he said, bro, you need to read a book. It's called GoPro, The 7 Steps to Network Marketing. I literally listened to that book the same night. I was buzzing. I wanted more of this stuff. I said, Michael, I've listened to the book. What should I do now? He laughed. And he gave me another book and I read that one. And he gave me another one and I read that. I became obsessed with the industry. Then Michael arranged a team trip to Miami. You see, Michael was our upline. Michael was the boss. Michael was the guy. He was the guy. When Michael spoke, we listened. When I built my organization, this was my building strategy. You need to speak to Michael. Oh, yeah, you need to speak to Michael. That's how I built my organization. I leveraged Michael because Michael was the guy. He arranged the trip to Miami 2018, and it changed my life forever. It was the first time I was around people who were making 100,000 a month, 250,000 a month, $500,000 a month. I came back from Miami and I was blown away. I knew that the journey that me and Michael were on were going to allow us to achieve all of our financial goals. And I got comfortable. And what happens when you get comfortable, guys? What happens when you get comfortable? You see, comfort is the enemy of progress. Around that time, Michael went to Dubai. And when he went to Dubai, he recorded a video for the team. And in that video, I could see that he wasn't himself. In fact, as I zoomed in on the video, I could see his legs shaking. When he came back, he came to my offices in Canary Wharf and he said, bro, God has called me to a different project and I'm going in a different direction. Michael announced to the team the very next day that he was leaving. Guys, it was heartbreaking. It really, really was, because I want you to understand Michael was such a huge figure in Agyei Finance, in Kairos Empire, but I knew that God was in control. I knew that there was going to be a reason for the turmoil, because it really, it shook things up in the academy. Eventually, I knew that God wanted me to step up and be my own leader, but at the time, it was devastating. After Michael left, I was never able to secure another mentor. It's been tough and it's been lonely. But one thing I do know is that Michael taught me well. He left me in good state. One of the biggest things that he taught me was this: success leaves clues. So I knew that I was going to be okay. I just needed to follow the people that had the results in the industry. You see, Michael also states that not all storms come to destroy, but some come to clear your path. And I know that God always has a plan for all of us. God being so good that I went on to do some incredible things in that company. But I also knew that Michael and I would work together again. Somehow, some way, it was inevitable. So fast forward to earlier this year, when I was about to launch in this company that we are a part of now. And I knew that it would be something that Michael needed to be involved in. I want to check right now. Is anybody on this call part of the Hyper Fund? I want you to put a 777 in the chat box if you are part of the Hyper Fund. If you are old money, you are part of Hyper Fund. Guys, if you are a guest on this call, I want you to put an 888 in the chat box right now. If you are a guest on this call, you've never heard of Hyper Fund. If you are a guest, put an 888 in the chat box right now. Guys, guests, new money. I want you to know your whole life is about to change. Hyperfund is a huge blessing. Hyperfund is a membership rewards program that pays you every single day. It's incredible. I mentioned earlier that God being so good, I've been blessed with over $10,000 a day, but I want to check right now. How many of you got paid today from Hyperfund? Just put a 9 in the chat box if you got paid today. Keep the 9s coming if you got paid yesterday. Keep the 9s coming if you've been paid all week. Keep the 9s coming if you've been paid every single day since you joined Hyperfund. If Hyperfund is blessing you beyond belief, I want you to keep the 9s coming. New money, please take a note in the chat box. If you like cash flow, if you like to be able to grow your fund, you are in the right place. But how do you prospect someone like Michael Agyei, someone so big, someone who's so attached to his current company, being mentored by the CEOs and making very good money? I had to understand Michael's why. You see, Michael's why is that he loves his family. You see, Michael had it all, but he never had time. Michael had zero time. I know the Michael that I know loves spending time with his beautiful family. He loves spending time doing his music. If you know Lyrical Soldier, put a 2 in the chat box. He loves doing church activities like Jam. If you're part of Jam, put a 3 in the chat box. I know that he would love to pursue his love of coaching. Remember, Michael could have had an ego. He could have had an ego. He could have said, well, this is a guy that I used to mentor. This is a guy that was underneath me in our large company. He could have had an ego about the whole thing, but no. He understood. When I spoke to him for the first time, this is what I said to him. I said, bro, thank you for introducing me to the industry of network marketing. Thank you for introducing me to our last company. I feel like we were both in a pond and now we're in a river. And it's amazing. I love this river. It's way better than the pond. But bro, I want to introduce you to the ocean. There was lots of back and forth and consistent follow-up. I want you to write this down. The fortune is in the follow-up. And this is what Michael said. He said, let me look into this, because if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do damage. Guys, he said, I'm going to do damage. Boy, oh boy, has this guy done damage. In 9 months, he's brought in over 7 million in volume. Can we just celebrate that? Just put a 222 in the chat box to celebrate that. He now presents to you as a VIP 5-star node leader. Can we just take a moment to digest what this means? Michael Agyei has reached the very top of the mountain. He is now commanding a very strong 7-figure income. He is a bona fide millionaire. Let's just digest that, guys. Just over a year ago, he was in a very dark, bad place. He will explain. But now he's a bona fide millionaire. Just his monthly bonus alone is like someone's yearly salary. I'm so proud of this guy. He's an amazing human being. He knows his stuff. He has bars for days. He's one of the most passionate and best speakers that we have in the UK. We should be proud of our own. This guy could easily be as big as Les Brown. If you agree with me, put a 111 in the chat box, guys. If you believe that this guy could be as big as Les Brown. People are naturally drawn to this guy. I'm honored to call him a brother. I'm honored to call him a friend. I'm honored that he's my daughter's godfather. Mr. Agyei, on behalf of the node leaders, on behalf of Tyrone, on behalf of Emmanuel, and on behalf of Keith Williams, I congratulate you. I congratulate you on a stunning, stunning achievement. Well done, sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Guys, we are now going to move forward. We are now going to move forward. And we're just going to have a few testimonials. So the first person that I would like to bring on is Michael's cousin, VIP 3-star, none other than Eva Taby. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Jess. Thank you very much. Can you hear me? Yeah.
Loud and clear.
Good. Oh my God, what can I say? It's been a journey. It's really been a journey. I have known Michael for many years. In fact, he's a family, as Jess said. I have known Michael to be a very dedicated, committed, and particularly in all that he does. He has got all the qualities. He's always been among the leaders, if not the leader. His hard working has brought him up to this stage. Actually, the good thing is Michael is selfless and always ready to help anyone. Oh my God, he's a blessing to all of us. He is really a blessing to all of us. I joined Hyperfund because of Michael's trust, the trust I've got for Michael. And we've been to so many things. We've been into so many opportunities. But then with this opportunity, I never even look at it. Because of the trust I have for Michael, I joined in February. And this has really, really changed the life of mine and my family as well. I put in the minimum amount of money you can put in Hyperfund. But after my due diligence, I put in more. And this has really changed my life and family, friends and family. Whoever is on this call, please do not take this opportunity as any other ones. This is a special one. Do your own due diligence and come on board. Thank you very much, Jess. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much for that amazing testimony. And next up, we have Calvin Garwood. Calvin, Let me just, there you go, Calvin. There you go.
All right, wow. Yes, oh man, what can I say? Michael Agyei, a brother, a leader, a mentor. There's so many things I can say about this guy. You have to give this guy his flowers. From what he's come from to the amount of people he's helped is absolutely incredible. Like I even, how me and Michael met, I always say to Mike, it was like we were destined to always meet because we have so many mutuals. It's incredible. You know, I first met Michael when I was literally recovering from the coronavirus. And in my last venture, me and Michael were literally speaking almost every single day until something kind of tragic happened to him. And then it only made us closer. You know, it hasn't always been, you know, a straight, easy journey, and it never is with me, but it's been a movie. Me and Michael, all the things that we've spoken about, just watching it transpire, watching it happen for him, is absolutely incredible. Everybody loves him. Everybody's so happy for him because he's really what he says he is. You know, when he gives his word, he means it. You know, so many people in this world will tell you they'll have your back, but when times of adversity happens, that's when real character, you find out someone's true character. And Michael, through adversity, all the time, you always find out his true character. He's a man of his word. You know, Michael, in my last company, we made substantial amounts. In this company, when he told me about it, it was literally between this company and another company for myself. But when he said he's doing Hyperfund, I said, is this what you're on, bro? He said, bro. Once he gave me that, bro, I knew what it was. I signed up, and then the rest is history. It's so funny because I didn't actually push this straight away. You know, I put money in it. I told a few of my close team members, and I was just, you know, just enjoying life. And Michael kept on, you know, doing what Michael typically does with me, dropping little hints. But I wasn't really catching the hints at times. He was kept on showing me that how much he's making daily. And it was going up drastically from 400 to 600 to 800 to 1,000. It wasn't until 1,400 that it slapped me silly. I went and I told one of my good friends, and he was looking at me crazy. And I was saying to him, wow, Michael's making 1,400 a day. And he was like, bro, it's not really sank in. I was like, what? He was like, he's making more than what he was making in his previous opportunity that you were with him in with less work. You know, because Hyperfund, what makes it so beautiful is that it's something that doesn't require time. Deep that. Doesn't require time. You put in money, and then literally your money is making you money every single day, you know, and it's been a blessing. I've literally seen it not only change, you know, myself, my life, I've seen it change my team's life, and, you know, the guy that we're all here for, we've seen it change Michael Agyei's life. You know, he's now a V5, a multi-millionaire, my mentor, my brother. Give this guy his flowers. He's changed my life, and he's changing so many. That's my testimony. I hand it back to him. Please, guys, give this guy his flowers. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much, Calvin. Absolutely incredible, amazing testimony. Calvin is also a VIP 3-star, you know, of such a prestigious rank in the organization. Next, we have Shielda Campbell, all the way from Canada, VIP 1-star. Over to you.
Well. Can you hear me, Des?
Loud and clear.
Oh my goodness. You know what? Maybe I'm one of those who knows Michael the least, because from what I'm hearing, everybody's gone way back with Michael. But the story is so consistent that I want to say today, success really leaves clues. I've come to this platform about only 6 months ago, to be exact, 4 days ago, 6 months to the date. And when I got on, it was because my own sister from London, she told me she found this opportunity and she wants me to do some investigation. And that's the person I am. I'm going to do my due diligence. I did for about 6 weeks. And then there's another girlfriend I have who I sent, hyper fun too. And I said, research this company for me. She came back to me and she said, I couldn't find anything. It just depends on what you want to do. That was my clue that hyper fun was an opportunity, or this platform was an opportunity for me to get involved. And guys, if you know anything about me, when I get involved in something, my heart is there. I don't give it halfway. And so my next question to my sister was, who can I link up with that can guide me along this platform? She herself wasn't really too long into it, maybe 2 weeks before I found I've signed up on the platform. And to be honest, the Spirit led me to Michael. I literally went onto the platform, handpicked Michael Agyei, and started communicating with this guy. From the very first text message I sent to Michael, he responded. That was my little consolation that, people around the platform are not just looking out for themselves. And then I started diving in a little bit more and, asking Michael about the journey and, what he would advise. And literally, that's like you said in your earlier conversation, that whenever you wanted somebody to know about the opportunity, you would say, speak to Michael. That was my line. I'm going to connect you with Michael. Oh my goodness. I mean, my heart is truly overjoyed for Michael. Michael is so unselfish, guys. True leader to the core. I have to tell you though, as I got onto the platform a month in or so, I came in strong because that's how I am. I signed up my husband, my 2 kids, and then I started praying about this thing. And I'm like, okay, Lord, if this is so good for me, I want you to guide me to the people that I need to show. And literally, I was praying one morning and I came off my knees and I texted Michael earlier. And then I came off my knees and the Spirit said to me, there's a girlfriend you've got. She's on this call today. One of my strongest legs, guys, said, you gotta tell her, and this thing is gonna blow apart. I went to Michael. I said, Michael, I'm gonna go on with this thing and I'm gonna go big. I wanna plan with you to know how I get there. Michael would leave every single thing he's doing, guys. I don't know how he gets so much time and so much energy. Michael would drop what he's doing to take my call, to guide me along. And I just want to say truly, when you give, you don't even understand the blessings you are creating for you and generations to come. When the Bible says good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over shall men put into your bosom. Michael, you deserve every good thing that God has in store for you. And all of us, we are better because of you. And I just want to bless God for you. I know that the best is yet to come. 3 a.m. in the morning when I wake this brother up, he's up and answering my call. Today, I celebrate you with all that is inside of me. Guys, if you're on the fence today, you're on this call, and you're still contemplating the magnitude of this opportunity, it's bigger than you and me. Get on board and let success come your way. God bless you.
Wow, wow, wow. What a testimony. Absolutely so powerful. Just action-packed. Thank you so much. VIP 1 star all the way from Canada. We appreciate you. Next up, and the last person from the team is also a VIP 1 star, an elder at Michael's church, Johnson and Ponsa. Over to you. Johnson, you are a co-host, so you should be able to unmute yourself. There you go.
Thank you, Des. So what else can I say? You know, the testimonies you've heard different accents from different people from different countries, such as Michael. You know, he attracts everybody. On Thursday, I was in Ghana 4 weeks until last Thursday. And as we got on the plane and ready to take off, Michael sent a message to our group team and our group chat and said mega, humongous, whatever promotion alert. I couldn't see I couldn't see the actual promotion until I got to London. So overnight, I was traveling overnight, Thursday night until Friday morning. But when I saw the message, the alert on Thursday, I said, no, this guy has hit it. He's made it. He's done it. So there was nothing else on my mind except that he's done VIP 5. So when I got to London and I my Wi-Fi came on and I saw the message, I wasn't surprised. Is anybody here surprised? Is anybody here surprised that Michael has hit VIP 5 in 9 months? In fact, he could have even done it earlier than that. He's a machine. Anything he holds, it's a blessing. And, Michael, when I came in April, he opened up this opportunity to me in April. When I heard him first, I was very reluctant, but we have a very good relationship. I've known him since he was a very young person, and I saw something in him, and he's grown with that. He just tells me, you're going to do this. For example, he told me one day we're going to do street presentation. And I said, who is going to do it? We're going to start street presentation. Tree is a Ghanaian language. Who is going to do it? He said, you. I said, me? I said, no way, I'm not going to do it. I can't do it. How can I say blockchain in Tree? How can I say cryptocurrency in Tree? But Michael was so persistent. Sometimes he said, you're going to be my host. He puts me on the edge. He makes me nervous, but that's how he teaches people. Because he taps the talent in you, he knows the talent in you, and he says you're going to do it. It's because he's got it in him. Michael is a know-how person. A lot of personalities. Like I said earlier, I've known him since he was a young person, and everybody loves him in church. Everybody loves to hear his voice. He speaks with passion. He's got a lot of dedication, commitment. He knows what he's doing. When he enters into an industry, he studies it and he knows it. And when he impacts knowledge, he does impact good knowledge. He's a great presenter, as everybody knows. He's a great presenter. I love Michael. Everybody who comes around him loves him. I'm very sure that Michael will only soar to new heights. He will continue to touch lives. Michael, you're not only going to change situations, but you're going to change individual lives. You're going to continue to change individual lives. In fact, you're going to change neighborhoods, communities, and societies. I'm very, very grateful. Maybe I don't tell you this enough, but I'm very grateful that you introduced me to this opportunity. And let me say this, that he never stops mentioning your name. He never. I know you've said a lot about him and how he was your mentor and all that, but he never stops mentioning your name. He respects you so much, and I don't think you've heard me speak before, or you've never seen my picture before, maybe. But I want you to also know that you are a very special person there's in Michael's various teams, particularly my team. And where I am today, I haven't got a lot of time, but the little time I have, Michael encourages me. I used to bother him so much, but I think he's taught me enough to not bother him anymore. And I'm very grateful. And I know that his various teams, he's got different teams here and there. And I know that we're going to do great wonders. So thank you very much, Michael. And thank you, Des, also, because you brought him on. And, whatever heights that he's going to climb, he's going to remember you. Lastly, what I want to say is that I know Des, you said on behalf of various people, but I want to say on behalf of Hyperfund Humbles, my team is called Hyperfund Humbles. And on behalf of Hyperfund Humbles, Michael, we are very, very grateful to you. My family is very grateful to you. Your church is very grateful to you, your friends, and everybody that you've touched. So thank you very much. and we celebrate you. God bless you, and God bless this great and marvelous opportunity. Thank you very much.
Wow, 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 wow. So much wisdom there. And he just reminds me that when it comes to Michael, he will let you lean on him for, a certain time. And then you have to fly on your own. That's his way. If you're not already part of his coaching group, inside job, then I highly recommend that you do that as a matter of urgency. Recently, I released my tour dates. I'm traveling around the world doing hyperfund tours, and people noticed that Ghana was not on the list. And people were messaging me, why is Ghana not on the list? I was born in Ghana, right? But it's because of Johnson. Johnson is there, Eva is there, Michael himself is going there as well. So I don't need to worry about Ghana. I don't need to worry about Ghana. Ghana is in very, very, very good hands. So guys, as you're listening to this, guys, I want you to start visualizing your celebration Zoom, because this is going to be you very soon, very, very, very soon. So, all of the things that you're seeing today, the promotional videos, this will be you soon. So that being said, guys, we're going to pivot forward to hear from just a few family members. I'm going to ask Afriye, good friend and advisor, to come on right now.
Hey everybody, can you see me? Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can.
Good. I have to apologize. I am fighting. Well, not fighting. I've actually got the flu. But because
he's holding back the tears.
I tell you. Well, because Des, I didn't know you was Ghanaian.
Yes, guilty as charged.
All this time, I thought you was Caribbean.
Volta region.
Okay. Good to see everybody on here. Thank you for the well wishes. You know what? It's because it's Michael, because anybody else, I would have told him to pack their load. I don't have the time for this. I am proper sick, but because it's Michael, I will get up and do a testimony for him, because as for Michael, he is one of a kind. So the first time that I met Michael, I actually saw him on stage. He was rapping at Guber Awards, and I saw him on stage, and I remember thinking to myself that although this guy is rapping, he's actually motivating me while he's rapping, and he was like motivating and encouraging the crowd while he was rapping. And I remember that thought. I was thinking, I wonder who this guy is. And I got to find out that I knew his mum, but I never knew him. Shout out to Auntie Fatima if you're on this call. Hello, mummy. Hope you're well. So his mum, Michael's mum, and my mum have been kicking it for years, but I actually didn't know Michael. And I saw him at the Guber Awards, and he was just encouraging and motivating the crowd. And then fast forward to, this was 2011, Guber 2011. And then me and my family, we went to Ghana in December, and we were sitting outside Aphrodisiac Club. Just anybody who's been to Ghana those times, anyone who's been to Aphrodisiac, just put yes in the put yes in the chat. Aphrodisiac, yes. I don't even know is that club still around? I've not been for ages. Ghana, they put up a club, and then the next time you go there, the club is no more. But those days, 2011, it was Aphrodisiac, and we're sitting there waiting to get into the club, and guess who walks past? Michael. So I was like, hey, lyrical soldier. He turns around and looks at me, and then it was just from then we have been really, really good friends. And I should have introduced myself from the beginning. So I own an organic skincare, vegan, sustainable business. And I work with a Maasai tribe in Kenya. So I go to Kenya, and we work with, Kenyan women, Maasai women who have been subjected to FGM, child trafficking and poverty. So we work with them, and I had my skincare business. And at that time, when I met Michael 2011, I was discouraged. I didn't want to go through business anymore. I was going through a horrible divorce. I wanted to pack up everything. And I remember we were sitting in the club, and everyone was raving and dancing. I was just sitting in the corner by myself, feeling sorry for myself. And Michael left everybody came to sit next to me and just motivated me. He was saying, Afriye, you have just got so much in you. You've got so much to give. You're a talented woman. You know how to make skincare. You know how to make soaps. Don't give up on your business. And I'm sitting there thinking, everybody's doing a Zonto on the dance floor, and Michael was left it a Zonto in, and he's coming to motivate me in the middle of the club. I was like, wow, this guy is an amazing guy, you know? So anyway, left Ghana now and continued friendships with Ghana. And he invited me to something called Jam, which is anybody on here who's been to Jam, say yes in the chat. You know, me, when I'm talking, I like to feel energy. Tell me yes if you've been to Jam. So Michael invited me and my family to Jam. And Jam is like a weekly Bible study where it's mainly a lot of young people. And I went to this place, it was in a hall, and I was just really impressed because he managed to get all these young people in one room to talk about Jesus. And these young people were not church people, you know, some of them were from Road, some of them was from the music industry, just all walks of life was in Jam. And what I loved about it was Michael was just encouraging these young people, motivating these young people, and just doing so much, you know, encouraging me as well. And I remember there was one time after a while back now, fast forward, Michael was just at a place in his life where he was discouraged. He'd left I think he was in biomedical science or the medical industry. And he was just a bit like, he didn't know what to do with his career. And I said to him, Michael, you're from the medical industry. Why don't you get a job in pharmaceuticals selling? You know, so I helped him do his CV, coached him, because I should have introduced Michael's mentor as well. Michael has many mentors, but I'm also his mentor. So I encouraged him to go into the industry and the business. And so Michael did that. You know what Michael's like? Come on, anything he does, he rises to the top quickly. So he went in there as a salesperson and ended up getting the top job, you know, in a matter of such a short space of time. And then he got a bit disorientated with that. And that's when he went and done Forex. But every single step of the way, I've been saying, Michael, you need to be a motivational speaker and a coach, because you have been motivating and encouraging people from when you were young. You know, Michael has been doing this without even being paid. He does it all the time. He does it in his sleep. He does it when he doesn't even know that he's doing it. And you know what Michael's like? He'll always come up with these one-liners and motivational quotes and things like that. He's always motivating people. And I've been on his case for so long, telling him, Michael, you've got to do coaching. What are you doing? And every time he'll be on a different scheme, I'd be so angry, because I'm like, the world needs you. The world needs to hear what you've got. You know, you can be around somebody that's down and they will just light up. They will feel a sense of purpose. They will want to do what they're doing. And, you know, my business is full-fledged now. I'm going to Kenya in February. I'm in Westfield Shopping Centre. I'm in a store off of Bond Street. I'm in Covent Garden. Anyone wants to come and see me in Covent Garden, I'm there selling my organic skincare business. But it probably wouldn't be there if Michael never motivated me in club in Afrikiko in Ghana 2011. This is what Michael does. This is what he does. And you know what? I feel like a proud mama at the moment, because seeing him going into his purpose as a, you know, as a motivational speaker, as a coach, you know, inspiring lives, helping others to be successful and be the people that they want to be. Honestly, it brings tears to my eyes. I am so proud of Michael. Michael, wherever you are, there's about 500 people there. So I can't flick through to find you. So wherever you are, I just want to say I am proud of you. You touch everybody, every life that you come across. You are like salt. You know, the scripture says that be the salt of the earth, because salt adds flavor. Salt changes things. Salt, you know, influences its environment. And that's how I think of you. You're like salt, Michael. Everything that you touch, you bring flavor, you influence, you change for the better. And I just want to say I am so proud of you. And, you know, I am just so looking forward to the next chapter of your journey. and I feel so privileged that you'd asked me to come on here. So just everybody, I am feeling the love of the people on this. Please, if everybody's been encouraged by Michael, just give me a love heart. If you love Michael and you know you're pleased to be here, just give me a love heart, because I love you guys. I love the energy on here. Just want to say thank you so much, Michael, for inviting me. Des, my brother, it's always a privilege and a pleasure to be on the same platform as you. Take care, my God. I can now say my Ghanaian brother. Hey, yeah, for you, Jamo. But you're not, you're Ghanaian. All right. Take care, everybody.
Take care.
Bye.
Oh man, guys, is somebody cooking onions in here? Oh, what a heartfelt testimony. Absolutely incredible. Guys, we are going to keep it moving. That was absolutely amazing. Next up, from the friends and family list, we have my old friend, Abigail Agyei, sister, little sister of Big Mike. Abigail.
Damn, my. I'm going to keep this as sweet and short as possible. I'm going to try and not get too emotional. But I just want to thank you guys, first of all, for coming and joining my brother. It's one thing when I hear people saying my bro, but I have the privilege and the honor to call him not my upline, but my eldest. Like, Michael has been an absolute inspiration to everyone in our family. Hold tight, all my family members that are on the call. I know my cousins are on here, mommy, daddy, I know you're all on here. Bro, we love you. We are so proud of you. Not knowing that this time last year, bro, where we were as a family, distraught, hearing that Michael Agyei is in a place where nobody would ever think or imagine. And to see today, listen, let me see some fires in the chat. To see today that Mr. Michael Kweku Asare Bediakun Agyei is a V5. I don't even know what words to say, but we are saying thank you, Jesus. Thank you, my Lord. We are saying thank you. Let me not even get too emotional. I am so thankful to God for your life, bro. Thank you for just paving the way for each and every one of us. Thank you for being a role model. Thank you for never leaving us behind. Whenever Michael does a venture, we have a family group chat. Michael is broadcast. You think you all get broadcast? I'm in the J bloodline, then we're the family cousins group chat. Like, he always plugs us in. And I can't say how happy we are for you, Michael. Honestly, like, I can go on and on and on. But this is just to say, as your younger sister, as someone who follows your footsteps, like, Michael went to uni, I went to America. I went to uni, I went to America. Michael done jam. I went to Coventry and done jam. Like, there's nothing Michael does that I say I do not want to follow in the footsteps of such a great man. He's in Hyperfun, and now where am I? I'm in Hyperfun. Listen, anybody who's on here, this is not just about an opportunity of trying to get people to come to, like, this is really about impact and allowing people to win. So I am so grateful. Des, I love you too, bro. Miami 2018. I mean, life was tight at them times, but God has seen us through. I just want to say thank you. And before I leave, a massive shout out to my mum and my dad. I know Michael's going to give them a shout out already, but Mr. and Mrs. Agyei, we salute you.
Yes.
We love you, and we do everything we can to make you the proudest parents in the world. If you're on the call, let me just see, give Mr. and Mrs. Agyei some fire in the chat, because if not for them, my brother would not be the man he is today. But of all, we give all the glory and honor to God. Bro, again, Abigail Agyei here on behalf of me, Jason, and Josephine. We love you on behalf of the cousins, the Mercus, the Titilates, the Canadus. We all give you all the love. This is from your girl, Abigail Agyei. I'll be V5 soon, so I can't wait for this whole fire and stuff in the chat. But yeah, man, my love to all of you. Thank you so much, bro. Mwah, 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 mwah.
Oh, wow. Abigail, love you loads. We just got a brief glimpse of Mummy there as well. Mummy, Daddy, we salute you. We salute you so much. Thank you so much. That was amazing. And I'm gonna ask someone very special to come on right now. He's the guy that actually introduced me to Hyperfun, so we owe him a debt of gratitude as well. Tyrone, Marcel, you are a co-host. You can come off and, you know, share a brief word with us. The main man himself. Okay, he may not be in a position to talk. That's not a problem. We can come back to him, no problem at all. So therefore, we have a pre-recorded video from Michael's in-laws, his father-in-law, his mother-in-law. We're gonna play that right now.
Hi, Michael. We are proud of you. Oh, you have done well. Try to push, 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 push. You will make it. May God bless you, Michael.
Mira, Michael, the way you want to be called, Mira. We are Mira Prekope. Congratulations, Michael. May God bless you. I hope and pray that all your wishes come true. God bless you. Amen. Amen.
Wow, wow, wow. So that is it for the testimonies, and it gives me great pleasure to introduce the man himself. But I don't think you guys are ready for this at all. Who's ready to hear from the main man himself? I want you to blow up the chat box. He's not going to come on unless he feels the love. So let's let him feel the love, guys. Let's blow up the chat box, guys. I want to bring on the main man. This is a guy who has broken all records. He said he was going to come in and do damage, and that is exactly what he has done. But really what he has done is impact lives around the world. We're going to hear from the man that everyone has been describing. You know, my former mentor, the guy that introduced me to this industry and gave me all of that good teaching, helped to build my organization. I would not be where I am right now if it was not for Michael Agyei. So I present to you the latest VIP 5-star leader in town, the main man himself, lyrical soldier, Mr. Michael Agyei. Please, over to you.
In order for you to achieve the results that you really want, you have to live from the inside out. Today, you realize that your mind is the most powerful instrument in this whole world. You must next have a vision of where it is that you want to go to.
Congratulations, you are so good. Next day, you're gonna buy dinosaur, get more money than today's and Daddy. I love you. Bye-bye.
Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow. I'm absolutely blown away. Thank you, every single one of you. We'd like to just give it back to Mr. Des Agyei. And everyone else who spoke. Thank you guys so much for such a turnout. Des, what can I say about Mr. Des Agyei? Man, like we say, we go way back. You know, to over 10 years ago when I was at university, Kingston University, you know, and I was, you know, my sister Dominica, we was just living next door to each other, both Ghanaians, so we clicked off straight away. And she told us that she's seen a gentleman that she's seen and she's very much interested in. And she introduced me to Des there and then. Straight away, I knew that this was a guy with good intentions and a great heart. And since then, you know, we have been close family friends, and we have journeyed together like he has said. But I thank him for being consistent, thank him for his heart, thank him for who he is and what he continues to do, not just for him and his family, but for the whole organization. An absolutely incredible individual. So I give it back to you, Des. And I thank you for just being a pillar and a visionary and an individual who walks with example. Guys, this has been an absolutely incredible journey, you know, and I thank every single one of you who have tuned in to celebrate this achievement with me. For those of you who have known me for many, many years, and for those of you who have known me for such a short period of time, I thank you for your contribution, because nothing happens by chance. But guys, if you're excited to be on this call, and if you have had value already, just drop a number 5 in the chat box right now. I am super pumped up. You know, I'm tears in my eyes, because I never knew that I would be in this position at this time. You know, being in a place where so many people have come to celebrate what God has done, you know, but I'm super excited, and I thank you, all of those who are on the call and those who are on the overflow. Now, like Afriye said, you know, I studied biomedical science. I'm from a science background. I did biomedical science at university, and my master's was in hematology. I had a love for science at such a short, you know, at such a young age. So I wanted to become a doctor, you know, especially because of my love for people, my love for knowing how the body works. But going into the university and studying, I did my pre-medical exams, and I failed by only 4 marks. And that exam was so long. It took so much out of me. So I said, you know what, do I actually want to be a doctor? I could have gone again the following year, but I thought, nah, do I actually want to be a doctor, or can I help people in other capacities? You know, so I decided to just pursue my career in the pharmaceutical industry, and I give it back to Afriye. You know, she has advised me in so many ways, and been on every pinnacle part of my journey. And she advised me to go into pharmaceutical sales, because you know how to sell, and you know how to, you know, understand science. So I went into that. But I was an individual that I didn't want to work a 9 to 5. I just didn't want to do it. You know, so every single time my boss will say anything to aggravate my soul, I would just leave. Like, I couldn't take it, because I didn't want to be here anyway. And for you to aggravate me on top, nah, you are playing games. You are playing games. I remember I used to work in McDonald's. If you've ever worked in McDonald's, just drop a number 2 in the chat box. I was working in McDonald's, yeah? This was around college times. And when you're working in McDonald's, they say to you that you're gonna be a crew member. Now, a crew member means that you can simply mop the floor or flip burgers. I'm easy with that. So one day I came into my shift, and some people who were living in caravans and just travel around came to live in the car park, and they messed up the whole car park. Now, my manager came to me and said, Michael, can you go and clean the car park? So I just heard it, and I just took the rubbish bin and I went outside. As I picked up the first milk bottle, I said, hold on. I am in a car park picking up milk bottles in McDonald's. Jesus didn't die for me to do this. No. That's not why he came to die, for his son to be picking up milk cartons from McDonald's. So I just left. You know, I didn't even tell them I was leaving. I just left. You know, and then later on, I worked in Marks and Spencer's. Marks and Spencer's is like a departmental store. You know, at this time, I wasn't a cleaner. I was just packing shelves. But we're doing it in a basement with all the guys. So it was fun. And then my manager, I will never forget his name, Amandeep. His name was Amandeep. He said that me and my cousin should mop the basement floor. Now, this weren't about being a crew member. It wasn't in our job description. And I said to him, brother, I don't know how to mop in it. You're gonna have to ask somebody else. He goes, no. Just try your best. I said, try my best. All right, say nothing. So me and my cousin got buckets of water, and we poured all the water on the floor and spread the water, just spread it. And then we put slippery, warning signs all around. So when he came, you can just imagine his face. I said, brother, I told you I don't know how to mop. So when it comes to renewing our contracts, he said, unfortunately, we can't renew your contract. I said, say nothing. And I left. And that's how it was in my career. I will go somewhere, I will leave. Until 2017, I decided to leave my job. At that time, I was in my field as a medical science liaison, and I decided to leave my job. Now, I put myself in a sink or swim situation because I knew that if I did that, I would have no choice but to swim. At that time, I was married to the beautiful Melissa. Let's drop some flames for Melissa. I'm yet to speak about her, but I've mentioned her. So let's drop some flames for her right now. I was married to her 3 years, and I had 2 beautiful children at the time. For those of you who don't know my family, here they are. Here's the family right there. She's there with the kids. So she was just so supportive. She goes, Michael, if she could see that I was unhappy, and if it was any other woman and I'm telling them that I'm going to leave, they would have said, are you crazy? How are we going to pay the bills? She goes, Michael, I don't know what you're going to do, but something tells me that whatever you put your mind to, you achieve. So I'm going to support you, even though we don't really have a plan. And it was that support that she gave me that gave me the confidence to say that this has to work. This has to work. I can't let her and the family down. This was 2017. So I was introduced to the industry of network marketing at that time. And that's the time you work for yourself, you just build a team, impact lives. So I decided to go beast mode because this was my only income. So I was going beast mode. And at that time, I put on a huge gospel event. I had a bit of money saved up, and I put on a huge gospel event with somebody that was introduced to me in Canada. Now, someone said to me that this person was trustworthy, that, is someone that I could trust. And I went to do this event, not knowing that this person ended up stabbing me in the back. Stabbed me in the back, left the whole concert on me. We had to pay off things, but the ticket money wasn't coming in. And I had to literally borrow money from wherever I could borrow money from. I had never borrowed money from anyone, but I was calling people, asking, because this concert had to happen. If it didn't happen, we would have been in even more debt. So I was calling people, borrowing money, and all the money, the concert ended up happening. It was an incredible concert, but I was in multiple 6 figures debt. If you go and click my credit score right now, they won't even lend me 5p. Literally defaulted on everything, defaulted, and my back was against the wall. It was absolutely against the wall. What do I do? Because my income at that moment was $5,000 a month for my network marketing opportunity. But no way is $5,000 a month going to pay off multiple 6 figures. Do I go back to work? What do I do? But I couldn't go back to work. I said, I'm going to keep on grinding. I'm going to keep on pushing. And at that point in time, I went ghost to a lot of my friends and family. They didn't understand why. And today I'm sharing it all. They didn't understand, why is this man in pursuit of money so much? Listen, I wasn't in my company to just be financially free. I was in my company for survival. This was survival. My family had to go back to Germany. They thought, oh, they're just going on holidays. But because I was my back was against the wall so much that I couldn't look at my family's face, knowing that I'm going to be gone for so long. So they went to Germany for a while. All the holidays they will go, while I was in the UK just trying to figure this thing out. Bailiffs at my door. People asking me for refunds. It was mad. And that was at the beginning of 2018. So you can see the whole of 2018, I'm just working hard. And then it comes to the end of 2018. I'm driving to a meeting. And as I'm driving, cutting a long story short, I don't know what happened, but I ended up going onto a pavement and I hit a pedestrian on the pavement. Boom. I'm like, Jesus. I hit a pedestrian. And not knowing that where I hit the pedestrian, there was a police headquarters there. So I had police come out. They came, they took the guy to a hospital. I'm just praying that he didn't die. They breathalyze me. You know, they do all sorts of things. And then they said, we're arresting you. And they took me to the police station so that somebody said you were on your phone at the time. I said, I wasn't on my phone. So they arrest me to Brixton Police Station, and then they release me after being interviewed. Now they've released me from Brixton Police Station. Now 6 months go by, I don't hear from them. And according to UK law, if after 6 months they don't give you a charge, it's case drop. I'm like, it was an accident. I wasn't speeding, I wasn't drunk, I wasn't on my phone. But then they give me a charge. Dangerous driving causing serious injury. The case goes back and forth, back and forth. And then in last year, 2020, June, I had the court case. And I go into it more deep on my WhatsApp, on my Instagram, so you can hear the full story. I go into it more deep. They tell me, probation say to me that we have to give a pre-sentencing report to the judge. We have to recommend. And they recommend to the judge that this was a complete accident. So we recommend community service. Because of all the things that I've done, I have references from people who have MBEs and pastors, you know, people running for mayor of London. I have so much references, says this guy is an asset to our community. Then the judge looks at all of this. Melissa even writes a letter to the judge saying, literally, don't send this guy to jail because he is a father and a husband. He looks at all of this. And on the 30th of June, he says to me, I sentence you to 13 months in jail. It was like I blanked out after that. I completely blanked out. 13 months in jail. I'm like, my God. They take me down. I just burst into tears. How did Michael Agyei end up in prison for an accident? They had my phone. I wasn't on my phone. I'm going to jail. And I go into it more deeply. They put the link in the chat room, but I was in prison for 3 months. I went in confused, not knowing what's happening. I went in with more questions than answered. But I had to make a decision. I can either react or respond. I can either be in this prison, angry, vexed, or I can use this time to grow myself. I can use this time to seek God like I've never sought him before. I can use this time to figure out what this journey is all about. I can use this time to heal. I can use this time to recover. I can use this time to just pump myself up. And that's what I did. Melissa, her heart was broken. One day my dad called her because she didn't come to the court and said to her, Melissa, my dad said to Melissa, Mommy, you didn't call. Meaning, Melissa, they've taken him away. She broke down. They might as well have said to her that your husband has died. She broke down on the floor in tears, crying. And I was feeling pain because I know, Mike, you can ride this out. You can weather this storm. But what about my family? What about Nathan? What about Annalise? What about Joel? What about them, Jesus? But I decided to make use of the time. Started to read books. You know what? Before then, I'd never finished a book before. All those books I was quoting, I was reading just pages. I had never actually finished a whole book. I would just read a chapter, take what I need and run. But I had time to really read. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Think and Grow Rich, Secrets of a Millionaire Mind, The Act of Marriage, Love and Respect. I was going through books. I read the whole Old Testament. I read Purpose-Driven Life. And that's the reason why I came to share my story, because it was lockdown. Not a lot of people knew that I went to jail. But the book said that if you go through something devastating and you survive, God will only get the glory if you're able to encourage somebody else. So I began to share my story and let everyone know that this was what happened to me. So after 3 months, guys, it was crazy. I go more stuff what happened in jail, but I came out. My business had collapsed. My business, so much was happening in my business right now. So much was happening. But deep inside of me, I still had the goal that I was going to be financially free. I came out, I went to therapy. And when I came out, I remember calling one of my friends. She didn't know what happened. And when I FaceTimed her, she goes, Max, it's been a while. You look like you've been on holiday. When she said that, all I could do was say, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, my Lord. Because it's only God that you can go through a fire and come out looking like gold. I just thank God that I didn't look like what I'd been through. I'd gone through the fire. I'd gone through serious trials and tribulations. I had lost multiple 6 figures. But here is my friend saying to me that I look like I've been on a holiday. Straight away, the Holy Spirit reminded me of the story of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, that they said that the king, we will not bow down, neither would we serve you. And we know that God is able to take us out of this storm. But even if he doesn't, we won't bow down. And they put those 3 guys in the fire. But the only thing that was burnt was the chains that held them down. Oh my God, they tried to bury me. They tried to kill me, not knowing that I was a seed, that I would grow and be a reflection of who God wants me to be. I'm here to encourage somebody here right now that you may feel like you are at the bottom, but when you are at the bottom, the only way is up. The only way is up. Listen, you have a choice to either react or respond. So during this turmoil of me coming out, not knowing what it is I'm gonna do, I get a message from Des Ame. He messages me, December. And he goes, Max, I've seen, I have a, what's the word he used? He used the word, not the golden, like, something like the promised land. He said he's seen something incredible.
The promised land, it was a promised land.
Yeah. And when he messaged me, I was like, there's Ame. The man with a million ideas. Which idea are you bringing to me now? You know? But, so I didn't really pay attention. But like he said, he kept following up, kept messaging me, you know? And then in January, I decided to take a look. What's this thing about? Let me take a look. And I took a look. And when I did my due diligence, I said, okay, Des, what is the top guy? What's he earning right now? He said to me, he's earning around 750,000 a month. I said, yeah. Passive, no renewals. Okay. I said, Des, get me on a call with this guy. Des patting it up. I spoke to him. His name is Keith Williams. And when he told me his story, I said, Des, you know, if I come into this thing, I don't think in my head, I don't think you realized what happened in Pentonville prison. If I come into this thing, it's game over. I said, damage. I said, all right, in this industry, a lot of people talk. I said, say nothing. And from February till now, I can only give God the glory for what he has done. And the beautiful thing about this is, in all my time in this industry, this 9 months, I have worked the least. The work I put in my previous company, I would honestly say I have put in 10 to 20% of the effort, which shows me that when is your time, it's your time. And that when God is with you, you don't have to do much. All you have to do is to believe. All God wants is faith. Every single time God was about to do a miracle, Jesus was about to heal somebody, all he asked was, do you believe? That's all he asked. Many of you are in the situations you're in right now because you lack belief. You don't believe that you are God's highest creation. You don't believe that all things work together for the good, for those who love the Lord. You don't believe that he is able to do exceedingly and abundantly all that what you can think of and imagine. You don't believe. And because of that, you are in the same situation that you are in. But once you have the belief, guys, every time I keep saying believe bigger sooner, you think I'm just talking about an opportunity. You think I'm just talking about a vehicle. When I tell you to believe bigger sooner, I need you to believe who you are. I need you to believe that your mind is powerful. I need you to believe that everything in this world was created twice. First in the mind and then in reality. Pick up your phone. It was first created in the mind of Steve Jobs before it was created in reality. Even the house that you are in right now, it was first created in the mind of the architect. So whatever life you want to live, first create that life in your mind. And once you create it, you have no choice for it to form in reality. Believe bigger sooner. So the vehicle came and we were driven. But this journey, I like to just thank certain individuals. I like to thank my father and mother-in-law. You know, we've all seen those Nollywood films of the mother-in-laws, you know, and the father-in-laws, where they just grow horns and they just want to aggravate you. I see so many stories. But honestly speaking, I have a father and mother-in-law who are just like my mother and my father. You know, they have supported me throughout, even when the situation with the concert happened, even when I went to prison, they didn't rule me out. They said, Michael, God is in control. And they supported our family in a great way through prayers. They supported financially. They supported in such an incredible way. So please drop some sevens for my mother and father-in-law, Mr. and Mrs. Amwa. You know, I love them from the bottom of my heart. You know, and what we have in store for them is absolutely incredible. So thank you, and I salute you for giving me such a beautiful daughter. Beautiful daughter. But ladies and gentlemen, there are two individuals who came all the way from Ghana to Europe with absolutely nothing. One came from the village in Ghana, a village. I remember when I went there, 12 years old, the toilet was a hole in the ground. Village. And the other one came from a bit of a town. They came to Europe with absolutely nothing. But they said they were going to do everything in order to give our family the best. My father, we didn't have a lot, but he just says, be content and grateful for what the little that you have. His mantra was always, just breathe, just breathe, take it easy in life. And I'm thankful to my parents for everything that they have done. And I said to myself that I'm going to keep on working until my parents never have to work again. Because they gave me life. They gave me the Bible. They gave me everything. And today, I can say that my parents are officially retired.
Let's go.
Never have to work again. And I want to bring on my mom. My mom is here all the way in Ghana. I'm going to bring her on. I want her just to share some few words. This is Mrs. Agyei, my mother, my sweet mother, the one who sat and washed my infant hair, the individual who is in Ghana, chilling, relaxing, enjoying love. I'm going to bring her on to share a few words right here, right now. Yeah, you can press unmute and you can share a few words.
Hello, everyone. It's too hot. You see the way
You said the English is coming.
I'm so happy. I don't even know what to say, Michael. As a first child of me, when I was a young girl, all I want is 4 kids. But I want my first one to be a boy. I remember Pastor, I forget the name. I said to Pastor, all I want is a boy. So on the 18th of March, 1987, at Greenwich Hospital, after pushing hard, and I saw a boy, I was so much well to have a boy. And since then, another boy, a girl, and a girl. I'm so happy to have you as a son. It's not because of where you are now, but you are such a boy, I don't even know how to describe. You are not only a son to only me, but for so many people. What can I say? One day somebody will ask, whose son is this? It's either good or bad. But today, whose son is this? It's Auntie Yabuatima, Oba Christy Aminishi. I'm the 7th born of my mom. My mom have 10 of us. I'm the 7th. And I always say number 7 is a special. I'm so special and I have a special son, Michael. I don't even know what to say because the English is finished. All I'm saying is I love you so much. And especially this thank you go to Melissa. My sweet Melissa. A frat that you are. Not every in-law would do as you do to me. Melissa have taken me as a mom. We sit down and we talk. If you are saying we are talk, we talk very, very things in deep. Efua, if not because of you, Mark would not be there. Because when the day, on the 30th of June, when Daddy called you and say, Michael is gone, the way when I come to the house and I see you, the advice and what you did, and especially the 2 in-laws in Germany, Mr. Amua and Sister Fua, I don't know what to say. You have been so helpful to my son. And whatever we are seeing this evening, it's not by our minds, it's by the grace of God. Michael, God bless you. I know people ask me, are you in Ghana? What are you doing? What are you going to sell? What are you going to do? I said, me? I'm so happy. It's so hot. Very, very, very hot. I'm not doing nothing. God bless you. God bless all the family. Everybody that come in contact with you will be blessed. This V5, I know a lot of people will benefit from this. God bless you, son. I love with all my heart. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Wow, wow, wow. Let's drop some fire in the chat box for Mrs. Agyei, my mother. Let's drop some fire in the chat box. Absolute incredible to see her on this call. And just to share a few words, you know, I said that I will not stop working until my parents never have to work again. You know, my mom would go cleaning, morning cleaning, early in the morning, going to scrub someone else's toilet, you know, just so that we can have food to eat. My dad at the age of 65, 70, also going, he was a nurse, then retired from nurse, and just so that he can just get a few things, was also doing cleaning, you know. But I said, not when you have Michael Agyei as your son. You know, I know people who are, you know, so wealthy that don't look after their parents. I'm like, you the crazy. You know, that is the first thing that I'm going to do for my parents. And what we have in store for both our parents, both Melissa and I, is absolutely incredible. You know, and like my mom said, I'd like to just thank, as we're bringing this to an end, just thank Melissa Agyei. You know, Melissa has been a rock. Melissa has been, you know, like our journey, you know, hasn't been easy as in marriage. And I will speak about it on another Zoom when it comes to marriage. Our first year, we never had a honeymoon period, you know. The first year was, hey, my God. My first year of marriage, I understood why people get divorced, because we're totally two different people, you know. And you know, you're in an argument and you want to win, but in a marriage, if one person wins, you both lose. You both lose. And we had to figure out that very, very quickly, you know, because you can't walk away thinking, I won. Nah, you've lost in the future. You know, but we pushed through, and we've gone through things that should have caused divorce. You know, but in terms of, especially the concert, losing so much money, that should have. But all of these things have kept us strong, has kept us together, you know. And I said to her, Melissa, one day we're going to be on a beach, you know, sipping a non-alcoholic beverage. And I said, I'm going to just take off my glasses and look at you and say to you, was it worth it? And you're going to take off your designer glasses and look at me and say, yeah, it was worth it. And we look back today and we say that all the pain, the tears, the heartache, it was worth it. Guys, V5 is an incredible rank, you know. As you guys know, I've launched my own consultancy and I feel more aligned than ever. Inside Job Academy is my coaching consultancy that I have launched, mentored by one of the most brilliant minds, Bob Proctor. And I know that it's my purpose in life to be able to empower and give people the blueprint to be able to achieve anything that they want. Whatever it is that you want, you can do it. So what we're going to literally do is to be able to impact as many people as we can with whatever talents that we have. But before I leave, I want you to do this thing. Before I leave, I want you to just take a pen and paper. And I want you to just close your eyes. You're going to do this later on. And I want you to imagine the life that you want. Imagine the life that you want to live. In fact, do that now. Everyone grab a piece of paper, right? Get a piece of paper right now. Get a piece of paper and do this right now. No time at the present. Get a piece of paper. And I'm going to give you guys 2 minutes to do this activity. 2 minutes. Grab a piece of paper. And I'm going to play a song. And while I play this song, I want you, there's nothing called impossible. Write down on this piece of paper the life that you want to live. whether it's the house, what you want to do, the income that you want, write it down. Yeah, we're going to spend 2 minutes to do that. Guys, if you've got a pen and paper, just drop a number 7 in the chat box. If you're ready to do this activity, and I'm telling you that there's going to be a shifting that's going to take place right now. A shift is going to take place right now. And I want you to tap into what's about to happen. You are going to mark this day down as the day that everything changed for you. So take a piece of pen and paper and write. And I want you, as I play this song, to write down the life that you want. What is it that you want to do? Let's go. Now, what you've done there is that you've taken something from the spiritual and you have brought it into the physical. You've taken it from the spiritual and you have brought it into the physical. That's what you've done right there. You have taken it from the spiritual and you've brought it into the physical. You have literally written the vision and made it plain. And that's the first step. Now, what I want you to do is to believe that whatever you've written down is going to happen. Because 97% of individuals don't write their goals down. They don't even know what they want. But I believe that everyone knows what they want. It's just they don't believe that it can happen. And there's 3 types of goals: your A goal, your B goal, and your C goal. Your A goal is things that you know you can do. Your B goal is, it will take a bit of planning to be able to achieve. Your C goal is fantasy. Now, when you have a goal that's a fantasy, like what you've written down, you have to ask yourself 2 questions. Am I able to achieve what you've written down? Look at it. Are you able to achieve it? I'm here to let you know that you are God's highest form of creation. You can achieve anything that you've put your mind to. So the answer is yes, you are able. But the second question is what's going to differentiate those who achieve it versus those who don't. And that question is, am I willing to do what it takes? Now, if you're asking those two questions twice, you're willing to do what it takes and you're able, the fantasy on your paper now becomes a theory. Now, when you get emotionally involved in the idea, you look at your paper, believing that it's going to happen. You do whatever it takes to take your steps towards it. That theory will become a reality. Guys, you're looking at the testimony right here, that even in the darkest hour, God was working. He was working in my life. He was purifying me. He was working. And as you look into that paper, I just want to play a snippet of this song that says that God is working. He is working. Even in your situation, he is doing it. He is working in your life. Take a listen.
In your life, it's hard for you to celebrate God's grace, 'cause every day there's something in the way. But just before you start to fall apart, remember God does all his best work in the dark. Yes, he's working in your life. Oh, he's working in your life. You can wipe your tears because God is working. Oh, yeah. Oh, he's working in your life. Sometimes your faith and the facts don't line up when you're trying to believe, but you feel like giving up. You need to know he doesn't take any days off, and he promised he would finish everything that he's done. You need to know.
All right. Don't worry, I'm just having my little moment here. So guys, I'm about to wrap up. Listen, Hyper Fund. For those who you are guests on the call, you don't want to overlook what is happening here right now. We have an incredible community of individuals who are using the platform of blockchain and cryptocurrency to be able to give a passive income that is totally hands-free. I want you to get back to the person who invited you on this call. Get back to them and get yourself plugged into this community, because I am telling you that this community is changing lives. My cousin Eva, she just jumped on board because I shared it with her. Today, she's been able to buy her own property in Coventry. My parents right now get a monthly income because of this platform, living in Ghana, enjoying coconut water. My siblings, Abigail is doing her thing with this platform. My kids are able to go to private school, the best of the best. We travel the best of the best because of this platform. We are changing lives, letting everybody know that whatever you want to do, you can achieve. So I want you to get back to the person who invited you on this call and get yourself plugged in. But guys, that's me, Michael Agyei. People ask me, when is the book coming out? I'm saying God is still writing the chapters. He's still writing the chapters. You think this is it? Well, God has more in store. And I'm thankful to everybody in this group, thankful to my friends and my family, all those who have been with me from back in the day. My church family, we call ourselves the Reunion Group. We've got a WhatsApp group called Reunion, because we've always asked ourselves for reunion. We've known each other for many years. Shout out to you guys. All those from my secondary school, shout out to you guys. All those from my area, from N, shout out. All my Hyper Fund business partner, shout out to you guys. I'm going to pass it back over to Des, Ame, who's gonna literally end the call. But guys, it's been an absolute pleasure and honor. Thank you all. V5 is done, but the story is just beginning. We are not gonna wait. We're not gonna finish. Like me and Des can chill right now, right? We can say, you know what, let's go and chill. But we said to each other, listen, we ain't gonna stop until everyone in the circle has achieved what God has done in our lives. So Des, once again, God bless you, brother, you know, for leading the ship, for showing the way. Tyrone, God bless you, brother, for all that you've done. Keith Williams, God bless you for being an incredible person. All my team that's on the call right now, the wider team, God bless you all. You know, and if you want to know more about this opportunity, we're going to give you the link to the course. But God is incredible. Thank you all so much. I love you. See you at the top. Why? Because the bottom is way too crowded. Let's go.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Guys, can you blow up the chat box for Michael Agyei? I have been looking forward to this call since it was announced. And boy, did it surpass already high expectations. Absolutely incredible. Guys, I want you to be on your feet. Please be on your feet right now, guys. Even me with my old legs. I'm on my feet, guys. Wow, blow up the chat box, guys. Blow up the chat box. Please be on your feet. Absolutely incredible. Guys, I don't need to say much at all. You know, we can close right there. What I do want to do is just share with you the vision that Michael and I have. You see, the vision is really clear. We will be hosting an event and we're going to call all the VIP 5 stars to the stage. And the stage will be full of VIP 5 stars. You see, right now, what me and Michael are going to be doing is literally creating so many success stories, so many VIP 5 stars. 2022 is going to be an absolute movie. So I want to know who is going to be one of those VIP 5 stars 2022. Put a 555 in the chat box if you know with all certainty that you are going to be a VIP 5 star. Because what Michael has done has shown us what is possible. It's possible. We're about to break through some VIP 5 stars. There's a few who are literally about 2 months away max, about to come through. You're going to see a tidal wave. I called this Zoom the Millionaire Factory. We're going to be producing a conveyor belt of millionaires. If that's you, if you're one of them, I want you to put a 555. I want to know who's running after this call. This call was designed to create momentum. I want to know who is ready to do what it takes. Guys, it's so simple. Building this business is simple. You just have to impact lives. It's so simple. Guys, we are going to be creating so many success stories. It's now down to you whether you are going to be one of them. So back to what Michael said, what do you want? What do you want? Whatever it is, it can be achieved right here. I woke up today to hear that Jumai is now making $1,000 a day. I woke up to that message today. It just warmed my heart, you know, an average lady, you know, who's now extraordinary, but she, you know, when she joined, she was an average lady. Now she's extraordinary, making an extra. Who would like to make an extra $1,000 a day? Would that not help? Is that not nice cash flow? You know, and her husband hit VIP 1 star. At the same time, I woke up to double news today, you know, extra cash flow coming through to the household. Absolutely fantastic. Guys, you can either stand by and watch all of this happen, or you can get involved. Right now, what's happening is a transfer of wealth. And I want you to know, Michael mentioned Keith Williams when I was prospecting him. Right now, Keith Williams is making over 7 million a month. Over 7 million a month, guys. I want you to know this platform is no joke. As node leaders, we're on the inside. So we see where this company is going. And trust me, this company is not only the real deal, but they are going to serious heights. So all of that being said, guys, it's just about taking action now. Action, action, action. Do not leave this call the same person. You cannot listen to a man like Michael Agyei and be the same person. Something should have stirred inside of you. So it's about action now. Tomorrow, there is a Zoom call with myself, yours truly, at 8 p.m. Who is going to get at least 5 people on that call? I want you to just put a 555 in the chat box if you are going to get at least 5 people on that call. Tomorrow, 8 p.m. GMT on this link, the same link that you have attended. If you're watching on Facebook, and also guys, there's over 100 people on Facebook right now, and it's been shared 88 times. So it's going to be watched. Like the views are going to be crazy. Okay. So if you're on Facebook, then I will put the link in there in just a second. Okay. So that's me, Monday, 8 p.m. me. Then on Wednesday, 8 p.m., same link. You've got Michael Agyei. His presentation is outstanding. Wednesday, 8 p.m. GMT, the same link. I encourage you to get a minimum of 5 people onto that call. So guys, let me respect your time. Thank you for hopping on this call. Thank you for celebrating my brother, Michael Agyei, on this achievement. I can't wait to celebrate you. You see, what you celebrate, you accelerate in your own life. Your time is coming, and I want you to start planning your VIP 5-star celebration. What does that look like? Who are you going to have on a call? Who are you going to ask to speak? What are they even going to say about you? I want you to start planning that right now, because it's already done. Somebody write "is done" in the chat box. It's done. It's absolutely done. This platform, it's just made us be able to dream again. We can dream again. All of those things we dreamt of when we were younger, we can dream of those things, and now they are a reality. So guys, it's a good night from me. I hope that you have got value. Let's make it happen, and I will see you at the very, very top, because the bottom is way too crowded. I want to hear everyone's let's goes. I want to bring everyone on I want to hear some let's goes. Okay, so you can now unmute yourself. I want to hear everybody's let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go!
Let's go.
I want you to imagine this. I want you to imagine this. I want you to imagine this.
Let's go. Let's
Woke up. Let's go, Paris.
go.
I want you to imagine this. Imagine this. Imagine this. You've woken up. You've checked the office, and you've hit VIP 5-star. How do you feel right now? How do you feel? You've hit P5-star. You are a millionaire.
Yeah, man.
Congratulations.
But guess what? Crazy people make crazy money. Let's
Congratulations.
go.
Congratulations.
That's right.
Good night, guys.
Yes.
See you at the top. Take care. Take care.